Hey friends! So I wanted to come on because I've been feeling really bad lately that I have people who have been subscribing and trying to get free reads, and I've been doing a lot of the donation lists, and the last couple of times I've come on I've been so grateful that I've had so many donations coming through, but I just have not had a chance to get to any of my free reads because even though I've been on for 4 or 5 hours at a time, I haven't had a chance to get to any free readings at all. The purpose of this today is to get to my new subscribers and do some free readings. I won't be on for very long. I probably will only be on for about an hour or two today because I actually was not planning on being on at all. But this is for the new subscribers that come through today. I am trying to build up my channel. So anyone that is new, that's what I'm starting with. But if no one comes through that's new, I'd be happy to do some free reads for anybody that is a return, because of course I value you guys as well. So alright, so it looks like we have just a lot of my OG subscribers right now, so let's go ahead and get started. And if anyone new comes in, if I have any new subscribers, I'm going to jump to them, because that is the purpose of today's video. Monica Ortiz, are you new to my channel? Okay, awesome. So if you can subscribe, and I will go ahead and do a reading for you. Does the Libra feel the same way as Monica does? Spirit, does Libra feel the same way as a Scorpio? Are the feelings mutual? Does Libra feel the same way as Monica? Does Libra feel the same way as Monica? I am going to go with yes for you, Monica. Specifically asking if the feelings were mutual. We have this card coming out, and there is a give and take with this card here. This is about giving and accepting, offering, and it's just like this balance here with this card. And so I feel like specifically when this card came out asking if the feelings were mutual, that feels like to me that it is. And as a yes or no, we have the Queen of Wands, and this feels like a yes to me. I also feel like you know, there's a queen and king here. So it feels like you guys are a pretty good match. The underlying energy is this balance. So I do feel like asking if the feelings are mutual, there's very much a balance here. We also have the sun. So the sun is, you know, a positive energy. It's warmth, it's a vibrancy, it's fun, it's feeling good. And, you know, this is asking for you to tap into your intuition as well. That if you feel that the feelings are mutual, that this is also confirmation of that as well. So I do feel like you guys are on the same level maturity wise. There may be some differences in the types, you know, the personalities that you guys have and things like that, but I do feel like you see them on your level and they see you on their level, and it's a pretty good match. I think that you're more passionate, they may be more practical, but I do feel like the feelings are mutual there. So that is what I have for you, okay? Hey Evelyn, are you new to my channel? We're actually not doing donations today because I want to get the new subscribers a chance to get free readings. That's why the donations is not scrolling across the screen. Awesome. So I am doing free reads for new subscribers, so if you'd like to subscribe, I'll go ahead and do a reading for you. And I am updating my subscriber count as we go along today. Oh, you're welcome, Monica. Evelyn, what is your question? Mihak, have I read for you before? I feel like I have. But I'm not sure. Are you a new subscriber? Thank you for subbing. What's your question? If you guys have been here before and you want to hang around, anybody that's not new that comes, if no one new comes in, I mean, I'll go back to you guys to answer some questions. Alright, Spirit, what does Evelyn need to know in love? General love reading, please. General love reading for Evelyn. General love reading for Evelyn, please. General love reading. Well, sorry, a lot of cards came out, so we're just going to go with it. All right. So I feel like you're going to be using your intuition a lot when it comes to love. I feel like you're focusing more on what your heart and what you are spiritually guided and called to do. Moving forward, my love readings, my generals, whether that's just a general reading, a love general, anything like that, I typically say within 3 months is usually my intention set forth with my generals. But I do feel like you're going more with your intuition. You're following your gut more when it comes to love. You're trying not to be blinded by things. You're going to be focusing more on, red flags and things like that, and you're not going to let yourself be blinded by, infatuations and things of that nature. I do feel like someone is coming in for you, though. This could be two different people, or it could be showing the maturity of this person. So either this person's already in your life and they're maturing as it goes on if you're in a relationship, or it could show the growth that this person's going through before they get to you, because we have a Knight of Wands going into a King of Wands. So this person is really passionate. They are an alpha male for sure. They're a bit of a leader, and I always view them as an entrepreneur. They're creative, so they're probably the kind of person that wants to be the boss. They may be they're like a business owner, or just like a natural born leader. So they may be the one that is trying to achieve status, things like that. But I do feel like they have this fiery energy. They could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Um, but I feel like this person is trying to make their way into your life, or they're already in your life, but this is just the qualities that they have in regards to love. I do see you as someone who is nurturing, caring. You're kind of like the homemaker, and you want to be that person in the relationship who makes the home feel like, you know, you want that family life at some point, and maybe you already have it, maybe you are that person already, but you want things to be comfortable, you want things to feel good, you want a home to come. You don't want a house, you want a home. Like, you want it to look good, feel good. You might have like Pinterest boards or something like that, where like you have that like eye for home design. You just really want to make things feel comfortable and look good. You probably have a desire to be a mom at some point, or be like a fur baby mom or something along those lines. But just you naturally have the quality to care after other people and look after other people. You're very secure, very stable, and I think that's something that, like, that wifey material. And I just think that coming up, you're going to be happy in love. We do have the sun, and that's positivity, warmth, vibrancy, success. I just see a lot of hopefulness here. I do also, for some reason, the kid, like the child in this picture, is standing out to me. So again, with the mother, the Queen of Pentacles, I just view you as someone who's just very maternal. Um, I do feel like like I said, you're following your intuition more. We're learning from past mistakes. We're going to try to move forward into a time where we're not going to keep repeating the same patterns. And we're going to let go of past, like, issues and things that aren't serving us anymore, as in, like, if you have past guilt, resentment, shame, anything like that that's holding you back from being able to move forward into the next phase of your life when it comes to love, we're releasing that. And I do see the world here at the end of your reading, which is completion, accomplishment, just feeling whole. You could be like leveling up, like upgrading yourself in your spirit, and just like kind of like completing that chapter in your life and moving forward into the next. So that's kind of what I see, just kind of like closing out and moving forward, and just overall feeling really good. So that is what I have for you, Evelyn. Okay. Hey Peach. Hey Luna Moon. So if you haven't already gathered, I am doing free mini reads for new subs. Generally it's going to be like a 3-4 card reading unless a lot of cards come out like what just happened. They're going to be pretty quick, but I wanted to give my new subs a chance to actually get a reading. If we don't have any new subs come in, then I'm going to go to my OG subscribers and try to help them out and give them some readings. But we're not doing donations today, and I'm probably only going to be on for like an hour or two, and we're at about 15 minutes in. Evelyn, I hope that helped you, and I hope you come back. Yes, I am doing well. You're welcome. You're welcome, Evelyn. Hey, Icy Blunts. Thanks for subscribing. Yes, you may ask. What is your question? Spirit, how did Fred feel about the first FaceTime call with Icy? How did Fred feel about the first FaceTime call with Icy? How did Fred feel about the first FaceTime call with Icy? How did Fred feel about the first FaceTime call with Icy? How did Fred feel? How did Fred feel about the first FaceTime call with Icy? Wow. You gave him hope again, I feel like. There's something about this that's pretty profound. I feel like there was a connection here with the FaceTime call. And the Six of Swords, there was something that happened before the FaceTime call. Maybe a past relationship or something kind of going into it a little bit concerned about, you know, am I going to have a connection with someone, or how is that going to go because I've left something in the past. And you know, we've been doing some time for self-reflection, we've been resting, things like that, and I feel like the FaceTime call has given him a hope, seeing the world in like brighter colors, and there's broken open emotions again. We've unlocked these feelings, and the Ace of Cups is about overflowing emotions and new love coming in, new feelings for someone, and like a compassion, and the underlying energy with the sun is just this vibrancy and this warmth, and this is, we have a lot of the sun happening today. This is great. I'm loving it. But it's just like, you know, you guys maybe have fun together. Maybe you guys were like getting to know each other, but you guys had this like positive, fun vibe with each other. You know, there's just something very good and awesome, and I just feel like this sense of hope. Like the star didn't come out, but I feel like there's this sense of like, I have a connection with someone again, and this feels great, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here with this reading. So that's what I have for you, Icy. You're welcome. Good luck with that. And thank you for subscribing. I hope you come back. I go live every week. Alright, so let's go to Breezy. Will Breezy be successful with completing the diet? Okay. Spirit, will Breezy be successful with completing her diet within 5 months? She has a goal and wants to complete this within 5 months. Will she be successful? Yes or no? Will she be successful? Yes or no? Will she be successful? Alright, well, we definitely have 2 cards coming out. The Four of Swords is like one of those, like possibly, maybe. But the first card on top that came out is the Ten of Pentacles, and that's a yes card for me. So I'm going to go with yes, that you are going to be successful. But the Four of Swords, I feel, came out for a reason. There's something here about making sure that you rest. That's a very important part of a healthy living journey, a weight loss journey, and I think that it's one thing that's overlooked. People say, I work out, I drank the water, I ate the food, I did all the things that I needed to do, but they kind of overlook the proper amount of sleep, the proper amount of rest, and it's like you need that energy to burn that energy, and you need the proper amount of sleep in between. So I think this could just be maybe an advice card to just make sure that you're not skipping that part. But I do feel like it is going to be successful. Just keep doing what you're doing, stay consistent. The Ten of Pentacles is about being well established and being happy about the outcome, about all the work that you put into something. Because that's after the 8 and 9 of Pentacles. So it's feeling good about the outcome and all that you have achieved at the end. So I would say yes. I feel like it's going to be a good thing here after the 5 months, Breezy, so keep doing it. Is Crystal Slaughter still here? Hey Beauty, thanks for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. Beauty, what is your question? Spirit, what are Beauty's ex-Capricorn's feelings and intentions towards Beauty? What are Beauty's ex-Capricorn's feelings and intentions towards Beauty? Capricorn's feelings and intentions towards beauty. Alright, this Nine of Cups definitely tried to come out more than once, so that's good. I'm glad that it came out. Finally did. Alright, so the intentions are, I don't really know how you feel about this. Maybe you're wanting this, but the intentions are to come forward. I feel like you want this because we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, satisfaction, happiness, that kind of thing, and wishes coming true. Or, you know, if this isn't what you want or you're not sure about it, maybe this is his hopes, is that this is what you will want if he comes forward with this offer. But the intentions and the feelings are love for you. Wanting to come forward and maybe talk to you about, you know, getting back together or something along those lines, because the Ace of Cups is about the beginning of a cycle of love. So rekindling that love, those emotions, opening up that door again for that love to come through. And it's about overflowing emotions and feelings and things like that. I do feel like there's a new perspective that has occurred with the Page of Wands for your ex. I think that maybe something has happened where something has changed, maybe a revelation of some sort. Something has happened where they're that's made them want to, you know, pursue you in some way. The Page of Wands is I think that their intentions as well too, not only is it emotional, but I think it's also sexual too. I'm getting like strong, passionate, lustful vibes from this Page of Wands. I think that they're wanting to be a bit of a free spirit and discover more and just be close to you. But I don't think that they're expressing this to you because the underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles, which means this person's being very reserved, conservative, keeping their feelings close to chest. And I think that there is something holding them back from expressing these feelings because we do have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is where someone is mentally bound or restricted, and they're kind of holding themselves prisoner by their thoughts. Whatever it is that's holding them back is all mental, and they can adjust their mindset, but they're not. And if they do, then of course they can come forward. I think that the ultimate plan is to make an offer to you with this Ace of Pentacles and hopes that they will be well received. But they do have feelings for you. They have passionate feelings. They have loving feelings. They are there, and their intentions eventually is to come forward. I just don't. There is something holding him back right now. He's just not being very expressive. So that is what I have for you, beauty. You said you're ignoring him. That's funny. So I take it Crystal left. Well, that's unfortunate. She's always the first one in, and unfortunately she can't get a reading. Oh well. Thanks for keeping a list for me, Luna Moon. Might get to my goal sooner than the end of the month. Thank you, guys. Spirit, what is waiting for Sruthi in career? A job or higher education? What is waiting for Sruthi in career? A job or higher education? Job or higher education? Job or higher education? I should have said it out loud. I'm like whatever your passion is, because I saw the love card coming out. And the Eight of Pentacles. Dude, I should have called it. Okay. Yeah. I am going to go with higher education only because I feel like unless you find a job in that which follows a career path that you're passionate about, that you love, you're probably going to need to do a higher education. Because I think that you need to figure out what your sole purpose is unless it's something that you already know. But the main card that's coming out is do what it is that you love. You're needing to follow your soul purpose path, your career, something that you're going to enjoy. And it's a new beginning. So the Fool card is about following a new journey, a new path for yourself, and doing something that maybe, like putting yourself on a course that maybe you wouldn't naturally like expect yourself to go. And so a job may be something that sounds safe, but it's not your passion, And I feel like it's something that's going to take hard work, but it's going to be something in the end that you're going to be proud of. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is when you're putting a lot of effort into something, you're putting a lot of work, a lot of focus into something, but the end result is something that you are proud of, that you can step back and say, wow, I did that. That this is something that I feel so good about and I have so much pride and joy in. It's where you're putting quality effort into something and you're really engaging in that which you love. The Page of Cups is about it's like a messenger. It's the underlying energy of messenger, and to me, I kind of see this card as well as like the synchronicity card. So I feel like it's kind of also like, what is your purpose in life? Pay attention to what you're being guided to, what you're being called to do spiritually. And it's also about creative beginnings. So we also have like the Fool about beginnings, the Page of Cups about beginnings. I kind of feel like you're being like, someone's whispering in your ear, like, follow your passion, follow your path. And then underneath that, we have the Star, which is about, again, spirituality. So, like, following your purpose. It's a sense of renewal, and it's like, what inspires you? What gives you hope? So, for me, these cards aren't really telling me school. They're not really telling me a job, but they are telling me follow your passion, and whatever career path you go down, whatever choice you make it that it's that which you may scare you a little bit, but you're following what excites you and what lights you up and sets your heart on fire. So that's kind of the guidance I'm given, and I think that probably intuitively you already know what I'm talking about. So that is what I have for you. I'm going to read the chat here. You said your passion is teaching. Oh yeah. So if that requires you to go back to school, then that's what you're being guided to do. Okay? I'm leaning towards school. That's kind of what I was feeling, but... Oh good, I'm glad to hear that. You're welcome. Spirit, what does A want to tell Moni? What does A want to tell Moni? So if A is someone from your past, I'm getting that from the Six of Cups. So I'm not sure what type of history you guys have, but the Six of Cups is about thinking about the memories that you guys have shared, whatever moments you guys have had together, and thinking about them with a fondness, and like your interactions that you've had, and like replaying those moments in your head. I think that he wants to tell you that he's looking for a reconnection in some way, and he maybe wants to make an offer. With the Six of Pentacles, this is about giving more to you. It's about being generous, giving, sharing the wealth. So it's about like making an offer or extending more of maybe their energy of some way. The Hanged Man, I see it a lot as like having a new perspective about a situation. There is, at the beginning of this, a stagnancy here. The Hanged Man can a lot of times mean just kind of hanging around, not really doing much, just staying in this stagnant energy. But the underlying energy here is swift change, moving forward, like forward movement, messages coming in, that kind of thing. So I do feel like the underlying desire from A is to let you know that I do want to make a move towards you, that I am coming into a new perspective, and even though I feel like I've been a little bit restricted, I've been a little bit stagnant, I haven't really like moved forward towards this connection, I do want to make more of an effort. And so that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. And that's what I have for you, Moni, okay? Yeah, so with the underlying energy here with the Eight of Wands, that is the desire to send you a message, to reach out in some way. That's the desire there. It didn't actually come up in the reading, but we do have reconnection, reunion here, and we do have wanting to give you something and make an offer in some way, to be generous, and I feel like that's to exchange in some way, maybe more of their energy, or to offer a date, or to hang out, or something along those lines. And there is a desire here to extend some communication. So I feel like that is what this is saying, that they are going to reach out to you. They just haven't been. Just have a little bit of patience. with that temperance card underneath, is just have a little bit of patience with this connection. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close down that reading. Why CK has started to ignore me? What is his current feelings? Thanks everybody for subscribing and liking the video. I hope you're enjoying your readings. Spirit, why is CK ignoring Renu? What is his current feelings towards Renu? You're welcome. Why is CK starting to ignore Renu? What is his current feelings? Why ignoring? What are the current feelings? Why ignoring? What are the current feelings? So we have an underlying energy of the Page of Swords. They're restless about something. There's a lot going on in their mind. I feel like they are very fond of you. Like, as far as the feelings go with the Six of Cups, I do love that card because it's about nostalgia and thinking back on the memories with the fondness and like maybe wanting a reunion with you at some point. But there's some kind of challenge here. This person is like, I almost am getting like insomnia vibes from this person. Like he's up against it with like, maybe there's other stuff going on in his life here with like the Seven of Wands. We have like challenges and needing to persevere through those challenges, and we have a very like independent energy here with the, like, sometimes when I see this card I view it as like a single energy wanting to be single. And so even though we have this connection and like, you know, he loves the time that you guys have had together, maybe he's just wanting to be like single right now. He's got a lot going on in his life and he's trying to balance and juggle a lot, and he's just thinking that it's probably better off if he's just not involved. I feel like ignoring you is not okay, and you know, it's not an excuse ever, but you know, maybe with the King of Pentacles, you know, this is someone who's chasing after the money and trying to be, you know, like remain financially stable, financially abundant. The King of Pentacles is one who is secure and stable and who knows how to manifest what it is that they want out of their life. They're all about the material goods. Like they have a lot of money or desire to have a lot of money, and so it's possible that maybe he's just worried and focused on work and his career, or you know, if he's not working, maybe this means school or something like that. But he's averting his attentions elsewhere right now. And I do see with the underlying energy as like the Page of Swords, I feel like he's kind of a bit of a mature energy. The Page of Swords is one of the most immature energies of the entire deck. So if that's the underlying energy, I do feel like he could just be not quite ready for this connection. There's nothing really here showing emotion, showing passion. It's all very like matter of fact, kind of blunt. The Page of Swords, is one that's seeking knowledge, and they're talkative, they're communicative, they're energetic, and this one's about material abundance. But besides this card here, I'm not really seeing anything that's showing like a true connection to you at this time. So that's why I'm just a little bit confused. But yeah, I feel like he's trying to juggle a lot. This is about managing time and trying to figure out what your priorities are. Maybe he's wearing a lot of hats and it's draining him because he's got a lot going on in his life. It's just like just trying to adapt to things that are going on. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I've got. That's what I'm pulling from this. Um, and life sometimes gets in the way of connections. So I mean that's it's not an excuse to just kind of dip out on you and not explain anything. But at the same time, sometimes that's what happens. So that is what I have for you. All right, Maria. Love reading for me and PG. Thanks everybody for subscribing and liking the video. Spirit, this is a love reading for Maria. Love reading for Maria and PG. What does Maria need to know? What are PG's feelings, intentions? What's going on in the relationship? Love reading. Maria and PG. Someone is feeling pretty lonely in this connection. And I don't see it changing really anytime soon. I'm not sure if you're feeling alone, isolated, left out in the cold, rejected, or at a loss about the situation, or if PG does, or maybe you both do. You feel some kind of disconnect from this relationship, but there's a lot of isolation, a lot of reserved energy here. You said you do? Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see it. Like, the desire for knowing what the heck is going on. What is the truth? Like, just be real with me. Just be honest with me. And, like, wanting, to be treated fairly in the connection. But I see PG as, like, just not opening up. We're just staying closed off. The underlying energy here is a sneaky behavior. Unfortunately, that can sometimes mean deception. So, I will say that this could mean that this person's trying to get away with something, or maybe they're just trying to hide their feelings from you and not really admit to how they feel. I am going to get a clarifier though. So, give me 1 second here. I feel like, you know, we're trying to get some perspective. We're trying to go within and get some inner guidance and try to figure out what is happening. We're trying to shed some light on the situation. Like, is he refusing to talk to you? Because I see a lot of closed off energy. Spirit, can you clarify the 7 of Swords? What is the 7 of Swords energy? Clarify the 7 of Swords. Spirit, can you clarify the 7 of Swords energy? Yeah, okay. And clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so he is hiding how he feels about you. He's not wanting to come forward for whatever reason. Maybe it's his pride, maybe it's his ego. Aries energy. I'm not saying Aries are like this. I'm just saying the general idea is that Aries are alpha male, masculine energy. They pretty much want to stand their ground. They don't want to give way. They are prideful. They kind of can let ego get in the way. They're that solid structure foundation. They're like, no, I'm going to be stubborn. Like, I'm not going to let this get in the way. And I feel like he knows that this connection is like something that he wants to work for, but because he does have feelings for you, he does have like long-term goals for this connection, but he just doesn't want to tell you. He's trying to hide that from you for whatever reason. And I think it's just him being just downright stubborn. And okay, so there's a lot of fire energy. Maybe you both are a bit stubborn, possibly, but and I clarified the Ace of Pentacles because I see an offer here wanting to be made here at the center of this reading, and so I do feel like there is an offer that wants to be made on his part, and that is this Knight of Cups romance card. So, you know, there is a desire for this connection to come back together, but for whatever reason, he's just letting his ego get in the way. He's letting his pride get in the way. But I think what the message is here is we just need to be honest with one another, whether that's you reaching out, that is, you know, hopefully him reaching out. But you said, yes, exactly, he's not open. So maybe it's just going to take a little bit of time for that. Ugh. This energy is just really stale right now. Alright, and then we have, I'm secretly longing for you. So that's a clarifier here, that he does want to come out and talk to you. It's just that he's just being ornery. So there is an offer for romance. There is an offer for, you know, wanting to reconnect with you in some way. He's hiding his true feelings. I don't know exactly like how to go about this right now. I mean, maybe this is just the energy that he's in. I'm not sure if it's the best thing for you to approach it or for him to approach it, or like even if you were to, you know, go to him, would he even open up to you? I just don't know. But I will say the underlying energy is that he still has feelings for you. So that is what I have for you, Maria. Yeah, exactly. He will return. You're welcome. Pretty tulips. Message from ancestors. Pretty tulips wants a message from ancestors. Spirit. What is message from pretty tulips ancestors? Guidance, messages, and information. 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 For pretty, guidance, messages, and information for pretty. Alright, so we have that they see you walking away from things that are not serving you anymore. They want you to know they're proud of you for this. That there have been some things that it's probably been hard to step away from. Maybe stepping out of your comfort zone in some way. Some things that you've had to withdraw from that maybe would have caused just a disappointment for you, to step away from, to move out of that type of element or that type of energy. There is some guidance here, though, to remain your ground. Stay opinionated. Stay within your beliefs and within your values. As the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords is one that is opinionated. They're action oriented and they will go after their beliefs and what they value like no other. So do not let anyone else change your beliefs or how you feel about something. Don't let outside influences like affect that. We also have the Five of Wands, and this is about conflict. This is about disagreement, strife, tension, things like that, that could be causing you stress. So I'm not sure if that's anything of recent for you or anything that would resonate for you on this level right now, but they see that and they want you to know that they're here for you to support you on that journey. And that you are working your way out of that situation with a death and rebirth. I think that there's been some stressful times, some times that have been giving you strife, there's a lot here about moving away and transitioning. The death and rebirth card is about endings and moving forward into the next chapter. Death is transitions, transformations, endings and beginnings, and making that change. So they see you and they're with you in that. With this card especially, I see this as like a soulful thing, and so you could be going through some type of awakening, and they're here to support you in that journey. We also have the Eight of Swords, so I think that this is calling to say sometimes you could be in your head a lot, you could worry a lot. The Eight of Swords is kind of like your own mental prison, and it's something that you do to yourself because you're constantly, well, what if this happens, or what if that happens, or how am I going to get through this, or how am I going to do that? And it's just this anxiety-ridden, worrying thing, and it's like you've bound yourself to the situation because you're just so in your head. And so the Eight of Swords is kind of a card here to remind you to not do that to yourself, to basically say, you know, try to get out of your head as much as possible, because the underlying energy here is that you can be a bit restless at times. And I think your ancestors are pretty much just like ruthless. I feel like I'm being very blunt with you right now, and I'm sorry about that. And I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. So the Page of Swords is a mentally restless energy. They are curious, they're talkative, they're communicative, all that stuff, but they generally are like in their head a lot. And so they're just saying to have a little bit more faith in them, have a little bit more faith in the universe, and have a little bit just more trust, basically, in your spiritual team that's here to guide you. And then we also have your life is a canvas, and we also have the Seas of Mintaka. So we have artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. So we have your life is what you make it. You are the artist of your own life. And then we also have seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So I made a connection last night that this is actually the duality of the feminine and the masculine, the creative energy of the feminine bringing that creative energy into action with the masculine. It's basically saying seeing the potential of your dreams, or having that vision, and deciding, okay, I'm going to actually go ahead and put this plan into place. So if there is something that you're wanting to do, if there's something you're wanting to create, if there's a hobby you're wanting to turn into a business, you know, whatever thoughts you have, that you have that ability to manifest that into reality, and that you're actually being called to do this. So basically saying that you can create this, but don't just think it, actually do it. So that is the messages that I have for you, okay? I'm going to go ahead and close down that reading. Alright, so I did say that I was only going to be here for 2 hours, and we're at 1 hour 5 minutes. So if I do hit the 2 hours, I am going to have to cut it off where I'm at. So we can keep adding to the list, but I am going to have to go once I hit 2 hours. And the list is growing, which is exciting, but I do want to let you guys know I'm at that hour mark right now. guys, I'm almost at my goal. I'm so excited. Thank you. Eula wants to know, how does Stephen feel about me? Okay. Alright, so those are 2 questions, but I can let you know if I see any contact coming through in the first question. Eula. Spirit, how does Stephen feel about you, love? If there will be any contact, show me contact, please. How does Stephen feel about you, love? He thinks you're beautiful. He definitely catches eye. He has a soul connection to you. He is heartbroken about something here. Do you guys have a past together? Spirit, what is this 9 of Wands? Can you clarify the 9 of Wands? Clarify the 9 of Wands. I feel like there's a struggle here. Clarify the 3 of Swords, please. Clarify the 3 of Swords. It seems like there's a past history between the 2 of you. Clarify the 3 of Swords, please. Clarify the 3 of Swords. Yeah, there's a history here, right? You guys, are you guys exes or something? There's something here indicating heartbreak or painful separation of some sort. Knowing each other from the past. Yeah, okay. So he views you as this regal, like you are sovereignty, you are royalty. He views you as someone who's just a queen, okay? You're beautiful, you turn heads when you walk in the room. You have this warm energy and this light about you. And you're just so vibrant, but he's hurting. He's really hurting here. He views you as his soul connection. There's the Lovers card is well, first of all, the Queen of Wands I will throw out is Leo. We have the Lovers, Gemini. I just want to throw that out because those are 2 cards that are standing out to me with that. But that doesn't mean that has to resonate for you. So we have the Lovers, and this is about like soul connections and like feeling like this runs deeper than friends with benefits. This runs deeper than just a physical attraction to one another. This is a connection that they're thinking about emotionally. This is a soulmate connection with one another. This is someone who they view you seriously as like I said, an emotional connection. This is one where they feel aligned with you and like this desire for a union, this desire to connect, but they were hurt by this connection in the past. We have the 9 of Wands clarified by the 5 of Swords, so there was something kind of a struggle or a challenge about this connection that left them feeling a bit bruised, scarred, wounded, something of the sort, making them feel as if they maybe putting like a guard up or a wall up of some sort when it comes to this connection. The 9 of Wands is about, I hope I said 9 of Wands, not 9 of Swords, it's 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is where you feel like your resilience is being tested or your faith is being tested when it comes to this connection. We also have the 3 of Swords, which is about painful separation or heartbreak, heartache when it comes to you guys being together. feeling like sad about where things stand right now and not being happy about the place that you're in. Clarified by the Six of Cups, thinking about the past, thinking about the memories that you guys have had together, with a fondness, like a nostalgic, like, oh, remember when kind of thing, and desire for a reunion. And we do have the underlying energy as the Two of Wands. And this is about making plans for the future and trying to decide how to move forward and to approach you with this connection. We haven't actually prepared to move forward. We're not actually like about to text you, about to call, email, anything like that, but we are thinking about it. We want to, and we're trying to decide how to move forward. Underneath that, we even have the Four of Cups. So I'm definitely feeling like he's definitely not happy with the way things are with this connection, for sure. So that is what I have for you, you love. Okay? You said you used to be really good friends in high school and started messing with each other, unfortunately. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely saw a history here, like it going back, right? And him not being happy about this. There's for sure a history. You're welcome. Spirit, what is... Please tell me about my career. I'm currently stuck. My situation is confusing. Shall I need to do a government job or business? Okay. Spirit, can you please tell me about Yadu's career? Show me cards if they do government job, please. Government job. Outcome of government job. Outcome of government job. Outcome of government job. Spirit, please show me outcome of business job. For Yadu. Business job for Yadu. Business job for Yadu. Business job. Business job for Yadu. Outcome of business job. You know, Yadu, I don't think you're going to be happy in either, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think you're going to be happy either way. I think one's going to feel like a burden and feeling like leaving you drained, exhausted, requiring a lot of like patience and like it's just pretty heavy. And that's the government job. And then the business, it's saying that you're feeling in low spirits, you're feeling stagnant, you don't really feel like you're moving forward, you're making sacrifices, and you kind of want to run away, get away from it. we do have the Knight of Wands in this, and we do have the King of Wands, and I feel like that's just showing like your desire to follow a passion when it comes to your career. Like your center is saying like I need to follow my passion. Career for Yadu, career for Yadu, career for Yadu, please. What? Huh. Career for Yadu, career for Yadu. Career for Yadu. Do you have spiritual interest? Do you have interest to do anything like what I'm doing right now? To we also have, so we have oracle cards, so this is something maybe you need to pick up a pack of your own to help you with guidance. We also have children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. We also have crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is channeling for healing energy. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So there's a lot of things spiritually related here, talking about seeking more guidance from your angels, spiritual things like crystals, like things of divination, basically. Crystals, oracle cards, talking to your angels, maybe getting like an angel deck or something like that. And then also it says something to do with children, so I'm not sure what your passion is or what you feel that is, but children could just be being a parent. That could be part of your life purpose as well. But it does say it involves helping, teaching, and healing children. That's one of the aspects of your career path, life purpose. And your career path doesn't necessarily mean your life purpose. People have life purposes and then they also have careers, but a lot of times they find true meaning of life by combining the two. But these are the cards that I'm getting for you. So when it comes to the government job or it comes to like a business setting, I'm not really getting the vibe that you're enjoying either one. But if I were to say which one are you going to choose, honestly, I don't want you to choose either one. I'm not even kidding. Like I don't see, I feel like wanting to run away, feeling stuck and low in spirits is the same exact thing as feeling a heavy burden, feeling low energy, and needing to have a lot of patience for a career. And then still having this burning desire inside to follow your passion. I mean, in the business, you might find yourself more in a leadership position in the business job versus the government job. You might find yourself more like a management position. So you might feel better about that because you might be making more money possibly, because the King of Wands is like a leader, a boss kind of thing. So it's possible that you might be making more money in the business. But to be honest, I'm not seeing a fulfilling type of career for you in either one. So that's what I have for you. Okay. You're welcome. Spirit, if you can advise what is going on in the connection between JB and Zelaya. What is going on in the connection between JB and Zelaya? Do you have any advice? What's going on in the connection between JB and Zelaya? What is going on in the connection between JB and Zelaya? Do you have any advice? What is going on in the connection between JB and Zelaya? Do you have any advice? So I feel like okay, here's what I will say. Spirit is not telling you what to do. Spirit will never tell you what to do. But I think their advice is that this connection just really isn't going to change too much, and you have to decide if that's something that you want for yourself. Zelaya, are you working right now? Because there's something here with work. With the Three of Pentacles, this is like teamwork, collaboration, coming together with more than one person. So sometimes I see this as like counseling, but this also could be like working outside of the house. But I do feel like what's going on with the connection is that if you are not interested, this could be your energy. But if you are interested in the connection with JB, then JB is the one that's not interested. Let me see what this says. So we have new love. And with the Six of Swords, I feel like Spirit's telling you, like, this connection really isn't going to change, and it's probably best for you to, like, search for maybe, like, a connection elsewhere, because I think that you're going to continue to feel this Five of Pentacles. Right now, we're feeling a little bit alone, a little bit lonely. The Five of Pentacles is a one of isolation and insecurity, feeling a worry. It can be financial poverty, but I think more so in the sense right now it's spiritual poverty. It's making me feel like we're needing to move away from this connection because there is this feeling of apathy, feeling aloof, feeling disinterested. No matter how much we try to offer somebody, they're like, I don't want it. And we need to, the underlying energy is, you know, the Hierophant. This is about, like, you said you've been feeling that way, also a bit confused. So yeah, so like I said, this could be your energy too. And you know, that's going to result in this Five of Pentacles. So if there is that disconnect, then Spirit is saying, like, there's a Six of Swords here, and maybe it's time to start, you know, going on our own path. We want to find someone whom we feel a common ground with. The Hierophant is calling you to find who you identify with. The Hierophant is about, you know, identification, your group identification, who you have, like, common interests with, who shares your values, shares your traditions, shares your beliefs, even shares, you know, your spiritual beliefs and things like that. And we even have, like, the Eight of Pentacles here, indicating that this relationship could be a lot of work. This connection could be a lot of work. It's going to be challenging here. And then the advice is new love, embrace an opportunity for love in work prospects or for spiritual growth. So it's stating that even if you're not working right now, I think that it's at some point, if you do work in the future, something like that, or if you're going to school or something along those lines, we don't take these literally, but I feel like that means that, like, a new love is coming to you. Like, seek out the possibility that there could be someone else out there that's coming your way. And like I said, you have free will to do what it is you choose to do. Spirit's not going to say, don't be with this person. But I think that for your mental health, emotional well-being, for your heart, there are these cards saying, like, just so you know, I don't see this energy changing anytime soon. And this is kind of like there is a new love coming in for you if you choose to take it. Yeah. So that is what I have. You know, sometimes this card, I will say, sometimes new love can mean, you know, it could be like that Ace of Cups. It could be that renewal of the current relationship. So that message did come through. That is a possibility that things could change. But I just feel like because we have this aloofness, this apathetic vibe, we have, you know, the Six of Swords walking away, we have feeling isolated and alone. It's just a lot of energy of, like, stagnancy and, like, needing to break apart and separate ourselves. And so I feel like maybe we just need to make room for other people. There's a song by Arctic Monkeys that actually, there's, like, a lyric there. It's like, I'm too busy being yours to fall for someone new. And that's kind of like the lyric that just came to my mind about the situation. It's the song's called Do I Wanna Know? But that specific line, like, that just came through to me. So anyway, that is what I have for you. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright guys, so we're at an hour and a half. So I got about 30 minutes left. So I'm going to try to blow through these readings pretty quick so I can try to help as many people as possible. Again, these are mini reads, so bear with me here. I'm going to have to cut it off at 2 hours. So we'll try to get through as many as possible. You're welcome, Zelaya. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you come back. What is Anant's intention towards Nyla, Spirit? friendship, communication, and love. They view you as someone who's very beautiful. This is fertility, this is growth, feminine energy, goddess energy, beauty. So they find you to be divine. If this is a love connection, they're highly attracted to you. If this is not a love connection, they could see you as someone whom they admire and find, or they could admire you either way or adore you either way, but just take what resonates. I'm not sure what type of connection this is, but they just view you as someone who's just very stunning. But I just feel like there's a lot of love coming from them for you. So it is a love connection, I take it. Yeah, so there's a desire for friendship, for initial fulfillment, collaboration, friendship, that kind of thing. I do see communication coming in with the Ace of Swords. This is breakthroughs, mental clarity, things of that nature, and like I feel like this person's going to come forward in that way. And also there's an offer of love here with the Ace of Cups. So I feel like your connection is going to start. Like I feel like it's going to begin, because the Ace of Cups is about love, compassion, um, like emotions and things of that nature. So this feels like either if you guys have a past with one another, this is a renewal, or if you're not in a real, you don't have a past with one another, this is all brand new energy coming through, and the desire to move forward in that energy. So that is what I have. For some reason, I'm just called to this Nine of Swords. I just have to talk about this for a second. I do feel like if you haven't heard from him, this could be why, because he's a little bit insecure. I think that he sees you as someone who's just so above him, that you probably make him nervous, and so he's having a hard time, getting up the nerve to come forward, but he will. The Nine of Swords is someone who has a bit of anxiety about the situation and worries about it, but I think that he thinks about you a lot, and probably especially at night. So that is what I have for you, Nyla. Alright, so Joanna was the last subscriber that I can see on my end. I know sometimes they don't always show it, but just make sure that you guys are subscribing if I'm going to give you a free read, okay? Alright, Tamil, I'd like to know about me and my older sister's connection. Why do I feel she's trying to deceive me? Okay. You're welcome, Nyla. You could reach out. I just saw your question. I think that might ease his anxiety a little bit. But that's, of course, up to you. I do see communication coming in with the Ace of Swords, so I feel like it's going to happen either way. And most men, the majority of them, like to be the chasers. So I would say just, you can just be you. If you feel like you want to reach out, sure, but I think it'll happen at some point. Spirit, what's the connection between Tamel's sister and herself? Why does her sister feel like she's trying to deceive her? Well, we got deception. Oh wait, no, that's the Five of Swords. I thought that was the Seven of Swords. But sometimes when I see cards a certain way, I just go with it because I was meant to see it. But I feel like this person is trying to get the upper hand, so maybe that's why you feel like it's deception. Because the Five of Swords is where you guys are constantly maybe arguing or bickering, or maybe she is with you and you're just like, why are you constantly challenging me and like trying to get the upper hand? The Five of Swords is the underlying energy, and that's one where it's like a duality of one person's got to be, one person wins, one person loses, and either way there's no real resolution to the situation, and one person always comes out feeling like total crap about the situation, and it actually causes more of a disconnect between the relationship. It's not, it's like, it's just not good, it's not healthy, and it's almost spiteful. The Five of Swords is just like winning at all costs and leaving someone feeling defeated. It causes tension and conflict, and it can tend to make someone feel betrayed. So that's what this card is here. I feel like, I do feel like, you know, your sister loves you. Like I don't feel like there's, I mean, there could be jealousy here. Your sister may be looking at you. Are you, I'm trying to see, because the Emperor is like authority, structure, solid foundation. So I'm trying to figure out who the Aries is in the situation, the older sibling. Um, because they could, it could be like a jealousy thing. But I feel like she's not happy with how things are going for her in her own life. We do have the Four of Cups, and this is about feeling low in spirits, um, feeling kind of like apathetic, where you're disinterested. You are just not interested in anything that's being handed to you. Um, you just feel like nothing's really going your way. You're not moving forward, you're not moving back, you're just kind of staying put, and you're just like, ugh, why isn't anything going right? And it's kind of like somewhat emotionless because you just feel like nothing is working for you. And so maybe there's this jealousy here. I was wondering who the older sibling is, because I'm feeling like there's a slight fiery vibe, like a slightly jealous vibe, and I almost feel like they see you as like this emperor who um, is someone who like has a lot going for them. You have a solid foundation. You have the things that maybe they feel like they're unsatisfied with in their life. So that's kind of like where I was going with that. Because the emperor is someone who, they are authority. They are. So I was wondering if you were the older sibling. Um, I mean, you don't have to be. That's kind of like the vibe I was getting, because they're like the head of the house. So I was like thinking, oh, making that connection, maybe you could be the older sibling in the situation. But regardless, I kind of feel like they view you as like superior to them. Your sister does. Um, and I just see like this stubbornness in the situation. The issue is that when you look up to someone and you it's like there's this admiration. It's like this, like, even with this, I feel like there's a duality. There's a duality because they love you and they adore you, but at the same time, they're jealous as heck. Like, so there's this problem with like struggling to be happy for you, but like also feeling like crap about themselves as well. And that's an issue because that's their own problem. That's her own problem. And that could be an issue as well, because you feel as the older sibling that you should have achieved more, you should have more going for you than what you do, because you are the older sibling. And so that could be like part of the issue, is that you feel like you should be the emperor, you should be the one sitting in that chair. We have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is about being reserved, keeping things close to chest, um, feeling like possessive. Um, so that's why I was saying, like, there's definitely like this jealous energy vibe. Um, and maybe she thinks that she's hiding it. She thinks that she's not really like letting on the true feelings, but you can feel it, right? There's an energy about, there's definitely something else that's going on here. So I think that ultimately what it is that it's an inadequacy is what it is. Right. You said, yeah, I get what you're saying, that you are the younger sister. I understand that, but what I'm saying is I feel like she feels that this is you. However, this should be her. That's what I'm saying. So she feels inadequate in that way. But I want you to know, though, the Two of Cups did come up. She wants to be equal to you. She loves you. There's not like a hate. There may be like a fiery frustration. There may be like a feelings of jealousy. Um, but I do feel like, there is love there. So I wouldn't say that there's deception. For some reason, I saw this card, like the Seven of Swords or something like that. Like she was trying to get away with something. I saw that initially, because sometimes I do get those two cards confused. They look very much alike to me for some reason. But I feel like it's more like they're trying to get the upper hand. They're trying to show that they can do it as well. Like that she's trying to make it seem like she can achieve the same things, and it's just an underlying feeling of like wanting to be proud of you but also be proud of herself, and it's an insecurity is what it is. So that's what I have for you, okay? Hey Luna Moon, if you can remind everybody that my cutoff is 2 hours, that would be awesome. You're welcome. Spirit will Muskin and the ex reconcile. Is he come back? Okay, gotcha. You want to know about reconciliation. Okay. I mean, there's not really a list to close, because whoever is left, I'm not going to be able to get to once I hit 2 hours. So, I mean, I guess you can, but I just don't know if I'm going to get to everybody is what I'm saying. Spirit, Will, Muskin. Reconcile. Muskin reconcile with Safi. Spirit, Will, Muskin reconcile with Safi. Yes or no, Will Muskin reconcile with Safi. Yes or no. You will reconcile. We have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups to me is a favorable outcome, a likely situation that you will reconcile. The Knight of Cups is also the card of romance, the card of charm. This card is indicating that romance is coming back around for you guys. So I feel like they want to be your knight in shining armor. They want to bring on the date nights and, you know, the candlelit dinners and all that good stuff that comes along with being in a romantic partnership. So I feel like this card heralds great things for you guys with reconciliation, and they're on their horse and on their way back to you. So it may take a little bit of time. The cups are not the quickest card in the deck, but I will say that reconciliation looks very favorable for you, okay? And thanks everybody for subscribing. I did hit my goal, so I appreciate it. What is Joanna's question? What is coming towards Joanna? General next 3 months. All these cards just came out, so we're going to roll with it. So, if you are not in a relationship, I feel like you have a person coming towards you, Joanna, in love. This underlying energy is like options, new love after heartbreak and loss. So if you have gotten out of a, like, well, I guess you probably have been in a relationship before, but I feel like you're healing from that, and I do feel like that's coming towards you. I feel like that's something that you've probably been thinking about, is relationships coming your way or something along those lines. I don't know. I feel like you're not in a relationship, and if you are, I'm a little bit curious what's going on, because I feel like it's saying that you have options when it comes to relationships. So we have the Knight of Swords. This is air energy, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. This person is pretty hasty, opinionated, action-oriented. They go after what it is that they want. They're communicative. They want to be mentally stimulated. They enjoy like long talks, and they're a lot of fun to be around. They're that air energy, so they're very inquisitive, and they're not scared to go out and on adventures. They're a bit hasty when it comes to doing things. They like to just kind of do and then think about it later, but that's more so just more fun, I guess, because they're ready and down to do any kind of adventures. If you were to be like, oh, hey, let's go on a hike, they'd be like, all right, down, let's do it. So yeah, that person's coming in for you. And then we also have like an Emperor energy, which is Aries. So you could have some fire energy coming in your way. The Emperor is someone who's a bit more solid, steady foundations here. It's like this is like a more secure, stable foundation, like structure. I think that they are someone more so like a rock that you could depend on, type of thing, with that energy. They're a leader, definitely a natural born leader. They give me that King of Wands vibe. So I feel like they could be, you know, an entrepreneur. They're definitely a man of honor, that kind of thing. I feel like a lot of offers are going to be made. You might have some financial opportunities, or maybe a job coming in, an offer of a job, or maybe a promotion if you already have a job. I feel like you're going to be pretty set when it comes to finances with your Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like maybe this year, this whole year even, but over the next few months, there's something about money coming through for you, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel like you're walking away from things that aren't working for you. So I don't know if that means like you're decluttering, you're organizing, spring cleaning, walking away from toxic relationships, toxic thought patterns, maybe going on like a healthier living journey, like eating better, you know, working out. There's something here about like understanding and recognizing what it is that isn't working for you and walking away from that and doing better. And yeah, that's what I got for you the next 3 months. Finances and some new prospects in love. So that is what I have for you. Spirit, what is A's intention with faith? Do you see a third party with faith? Alright, you got the Empress. That fell. I'm going to take it. What is A's intention with faith? I don't see a third party. Not with these cards. I see him as seeing you as... I mean, the Lover's card didn't come out, the Two of Cups didn't come out, nothing like that, but I really see him seeing you as the one. Like, and by that I mean he's like, this is like one of the most perfect people that I could see like long term. We have the Empress card, and the Empress card is divine feminine, goddess energy. This person sees you as someone who's beautiful, and this card is fertility, growth, nature, abundance. This card can also represent like pregnancy and things like that. So he may see you as someone who he wants to have a family with, because the Queen of Pentacles is the mother of the deck to me. So I see this as like he sees you as a nurturer, a provider, a giver, just someone loving who can make a home, like a homemaker, and someone who's stable and secure, and not only that, but like I said, beautiful. So I see like definitely wife material as how they view you. So I mean, I for sure feel like the intentions are pure. Not to mention we have the Hierophant and the Justice card, and the Hierophant, I see this sometimes as like the marriage card, and the Justice card is about law. So I see this as like either marrying you in a church or marrying you by the state, but regardless, like in a courthouse, this feels very like I see this person as like a potential real actual partner for me. The Hierophant is about seeing you as someone who shares common beliefs, values, traditions, somewhere along the lines you guys have common goals which are significant to him, and also he identifies with you in some way and feels good about this. And justice is about justice is the underlying energy, and this is about being honest, being truthful, and being fair to you. So I don't really see third party here. Of course, if we pulled more cards, we could look further into it, but I'm doing mini reads tonight. But I would say so far, so good. I don't see anything here, and especially with the Justice card about being honest and fair and truthful. This makes me feel an understanding cause and effect, understanding, what you do has consequences, and your actions have consequences for those actions, and understanding true cause and effect. I really feel like this person would be faithful. So that's what I have for you, okay? Spirit, what is coming towards Lily in the near future? After Lily, if everyone else that's on my list, if you can rephrase your question to a yes or no question, then I can do your reading before I go. So US, UI, RR, T Wilmore, Alexa, Vicky, hey, it's me. If you can rephrase your question to a yes or no question, I will do those before I go. You're welcome, Faith. Lily wants to know what is coming towards me in the near future. What is coming towards Lily in the near future? Spirit, what is coming towards Lily in the near future? Next 3 months, near future. Lily. Wow. Lily, you've got a lot going on here. Near future, you've got 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 5 of Swords. You got some challenges coming up ahead. I feel like you're going to need to be trying to prove yourself. Feeling like you got some battles you got to fight. Feeling like you need to persevere. There's like this competition, battle, conflict, tension, stress situation happening here in the center of your reading. So I'm going to get some clarifiers here. Spirit, can you please clarify the 7 of Wands? Do you have something going on in your relationship? Are you in a relationship right now? Are you coming out of a relationship, or do you feel hopeless when it comes to a relationship? You have like heartbreak. Please clarify the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords, please. 5 of Swords. I wonder if, yeah, I wonder, because we have the 4 of Wands. Heartbreak, loss, clarifying the challenges up ahead. And if you're not in a relationship, it's not like you're going to go through a breakup, but I'm wondering if maybe X is going to come back into your life. because this is clarifying the Seven of Wands. And my intentions for general readings is 3 months, and the Three of Swords came up. So this can indicate past hurt. So I'm wondering, and like this is loss, and this is about, you know, relationships. So I'm wondering if maybe you have someone from the past that's going to try to show up in the near future. And you're going to be battling between, you know, your head and your heart over the situation. There's a lot about future planning here. The Two of Wands is about discovery, future planning, and progress. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is about actually preparing and taking that step out to expand and move forward. So I feel like you're making plans, you're doing things, and then like this energy comes in, and you're like, okay. And then you're like, all right, this is what I'm going to do about it, because this is like the center of your reading here. And the underlying energy is Queen of Cups, which is your surrounding your emotions, acknowledging your emotions and how you feel about a certain situation. But being all the while emotionally controlled and secure in how you feel, following your intuition about the situation. So, whoa. Even at the bottom of this deck, there's the Queen of Cups. So literally, you have the Queen of Cups at the both. So I don't feel like this is going to throw you into this spiral necessarily, but I do feel like it's going to stir up some things for you. Yeah, this is interesting. You'll have to come back and let me know what happens over the next few months. If he comes back around, what comes of this. This is very interesting. But I don't think that it's going to like knock you off kilter or anything, but I do feel like it's going to bring some things up to the surface. And I think it's involving past relationships here, or a past relationship. Okay. You said it won't because you decided. There you go. You're welcome. Will everything be okay between the Leo's spirit? They had a fight. He got mad. Will everything be okay? This is for USUI. They're both Leos, and they want to know if everything will be okay. Yes or no? Will everything be okay? Yes or no? Will everything be okay between them? Yes or no? Yeah, everything will be okay. You guys are feeling hurt right now, but you guys have been through a lot together, and so, you know, there may be some walls up, maybe a bit guarded. I will say that just be careful for closing, you know, each other off to one another, making sure that this doesn't make you feel more disconnected or more distant from one another, because sometimes this card, when it shows up, it can mean that we're building walls, that we feel more guarded than before, because we're scarred, we're wounded. This guy has a bandage on his head, and you know, he's a little bit beat up. But this is your test of faith. This is your test of resilience, and you guys will make it through. You're going to get through. There is a light at the end of this tunnel. This Nine of Wands does indicate that it's a favorable outcome, that everything will be okay between you guys. Just a little bit of hurt going on right now, but it'll be okay. What is T. Wilmore's yes or no question? Do we have one for T. Wilmore? You're welcome. Spirit, will there ever be a reconciliation between T. Wilmore and Bishop? Will there ever be a reconciliation between T. Wilmore and Bishop? Will there ever be a reconciliation between T. Wilmore and Bishop? Yes, there will be a reconciliation. The Sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck, and I feel like better times are ahead for you guys. So keep the faith. Just know that this is a very positive card. It means success. And so things may feel a bit distant, a little bit cold right now, but warm times are coming. So this is a very favorable and likely outcome that you guys are going to reconcile. So I wouldn't be too stressed, too worried about it. I know there's maybe feeling like some internal struggle and conflict going on right now about the situation, and things seem a little bit clouded, but the sun's going to come back out, okay? So Alexa was after T. Wilmore. And what's Alexa's yes or no question? Hey, it's me. What do you mean by your question? I'm sorry, I'm confused. You're welcome, T. Will T get charged? What do you mean by that? Alexia, if you still wanted me to do a question for you, if you change it to a yes or no, those are a little bit quicker for me. I can answer your question. Yes, thank you for joining us. We're actually wrapping up this live right now. However, let me go ahead and put my all list closed on the screen. But I do come back every week. This is my third time back this week, so I am back often. I just wanted to do something special for my new subscribers since it's been a while. They've had a chance to get free readings. Bye, Noreen. Alexia, are you still here? And hey, it's me. If you can clarify your question, what I don't understand what you mean. Do you mean like charged with something like legally? Alright, we're gonna give it like 2 more minutes for responses and then that's it. Hey Luna Moon, did you want a free read for helping me? Okay. Spirit, will T get a charge? He wants to know, will T get a charge, yes or no? Alright, so it looks like no. This card flipped out. Originally, it was like a bunch of cards, so I disregarded that. But with the death card, that's a no. So I feel like it's unlikely that that is going to happen. Give me 1 second here, guys. There's also here at the bottom of the deck 10 of Wands. So because we have the card that flipped out and then on the bottom of the deck the 10 of Wands, and these are both indicative of no, I feel like it's most likely not going to happen. I tell people with yes or no readings, I don't like to give specific yes or no's. I like to give favorable, unfavorable, likely, or unlikely. But I do, and also like predictions and things like that. That's energies change, but I do feel like if the trajectory stays the same, it's not going to happen. With the death card, this is about like transitions and like things moving forward, and we also have like feeling like a heavy weight, like wondering if how this is going to turn out and feeling a bit stressed about it and feeling like a heavy burden and responsibility. But I do feel like either way, is this charge going to happen? These both signify no to me. So I feel like it's not going to happen. And that's how I'm going to leave that reading. Alright guys, so thank you for joining us. I think Alexia left. So that is it for my free reads tonight. I do appreciate you guys helping me out. I hope you enjoyed all of your readings, and I appreciate everybody subscribing. So thank you so much. You helped me hit my goal. So I really appreciate that. So I am going to go ahead and close this out for tonight. I'm going to do Luna Moon's reading since she's my moderator. So I'm going to finish this out with hers. But I appreciate everybody who's still in here watching. If you guys want to hang around, feel free. But that is it for all of my free reads. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Spirit, love messages from you for Luna Moon. Love messages. You're welcome. Spirit, love messages from you for Luna Moon, please. Messages from you to Luna Moon. So he's being steady in his course, and he's not really trying to move forward towards you right this second. Or if he has made contact, I feel like the energy is still a little bit... Basically what I'm trying to say is, whatever the energy is now, is how it is, and I'm not seeing like progressive movement forward. We do have the underlying energy of the Two of Cups, so we still have that soulmate twin flame connection here with the attraction. So there definitely is an attraction to you, a desire for a partnership, connection, relationship. But we've got walls up, and we're definitely being closed off. We're definitely being more reserved and going within. We have, for the Nine of Swords, I feel like there's still anxiety surrounding this connection, and hiding our feelings, and keeping our guard up and our walls up. And I almost feel like, with the Eight of Cups, being disappointed by how this connection is going, even if it's his own doing. Spirit, what would you say to Luna Moon right now? Channel messages, please. What would you say to Luna Moon right now? What would you say to Luna Moon right now? What would you say to Luna Moon right now? I need to remain practical. This isn't over for me. I'm sorry I haven't been available. You make me feel out of control. I'm happiest with you. Don't believe my actions to hold truth for how I feel. I feel a burning passion when I'm near you. And I'm overthinking everything I do and say. So that is what I have. I strongly feel that I need to remain practical, especially with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. That is a very practical energy. Like I said, that's one where I feel like I said, whatever is happening now, I feel like it's just going to be the energy that continues. This isn't over for me. Coming over the Eight of Cups makes me feel like I said, he's disappointed with the way that things are right now, even if that's his own doing. And the Eight of Cups typically means walking away from something, abandoning something. However, it's coming over the Eight of Cups. This isn't over for me. And I did not feel when I was reading this wanting to say he's walking away from the situation. So I didn't, because that's not intuitively the vibe that I was getting. Saying I'm sorry I haven't been available, very true. You make me feel out of control. I'm happiest with you. I feel a burning passion when I'm near you. So there is a passionate feeling towards you. There is an attraction here. Remember when I said with the Two of Cups, there's definitely that desire for that connection and being close to you. Don't believe my actions to hold truth for how I feel. So whenever they, especially underneath that, I'm sorry I haven't been available. You know, if he feels as if what he hasn't been able to provide to you, he feels like you're just believing that to be how he feels about you. What he's done and the actions that he's shown you, he's wondering if you believe that to be how he feels, and he's wondering if that's affecting things at all. But he was wanting to let you know that how I've been acting is not showing you how I actually feel about you. And then I'm overthinking everything that I do and say. So that could be part of the I need to remain practical. I feel like he may be just trying to figure out how to approach a situation, how to come towards you. All of that. So that is what I have for you, Luna Moon. Thank you so much for helping me today. I definitely needed a moderator for sure today. I needed Peach yesterday and the day before. Like, these lists have been so crazy. Like, you guys have helped me so much be able to keep all the names straight and all that, all the questions in order. It's helped me be able to help a lot more people, so I appreciate it. Yes, I did them self-made. I actually was called to make them, and I was getting channeled messages because what was happening was I was channeling when I was doing readings, and I didn't know what was happening because I was getting to the point where I was actually starting to say things like, we feel this and we feel that, and we want you to know da 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 da, and I was actually starting to channel as I was reading, and someone was like, you're channeling, and I joined a Facebook group, and someone was telling me that that's actually a lot of times the way that it's communicated to you when you start to use pronouns like we. And so I realized that that's what was happening, and then I felt called to make a deck with these messages because I feel like, because of all the relationships I've ever been in, I feel very drawn to help people in relationship readings. And so what was going on is, over the course of a week, I was getting messages through spirit, and I was writing them down. Every time that a message would come to me, a channeled message from that deck was coming to me, I was writing them down in my phone, on a piece of paper, whatever, and I was basically cultivating a deck throughout the week. And it was coming to me through spirit. It would come to me through inspiration from a show I was watching, from other readings that I saw, from my family, from my boyfriend, just different ways of inspiration were coming through, and I was like, oh, that sounds like something that someone would say, and I was just basically creating a whole deck. And I sat down one day for 3 hours on a Friday, I think it was, and I just took everything that I had written down and just created a deck. And I think there's 92 or 93 cards in there. And I still have more blank ones, so that way if any other messages come through or anything like that, I can add to the deck. But there's a lot in there, and I'm surprised because a lot of the ones that I've made, I would say like maybe 30 of them still haven't shown up in any readings. So I'm just waiting for those to come out. But anyway, yeah, so thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making them. I like that I have them. They definitely bring clarity to the readings for sure. So, but you have a great night, and I will see you next time, okay? Thank you. Okay, you too.